Do you have any advice for some of the students that we're beginning to see that are coming in from the legal profession wanting to get up to speed in cybersecurity?
Take the courses, be interested, play with the technology. That's all. I have never been able to learn how to do anything with computers without playing with it, which is actually fun for me. And if you don't find it fun, you probably won't find it a fun profession. If you do find it fun, if you like things like chess, you'll find trying to figure out cybersecurity and outguessing the bad guys or the just smart enough greedy guys, or the clients who won't listen to you and do dumb things. That's all sort of three-dimensional chess with a lot of other players out there trying to do things that you do your best to anticipate.
I'd like to address a question from the point of view of the larger audience that we have taking this class. As I said, many of students that come to us new to cybersecurity, and even those that have been in the field for a while, don't truly appreciate how diverse the field is from an operating perspective, all the different areas, disciplines that need to come together to manage cybersecurity. Can you describe the kinds of the environment that students are going to find themselves in from the legal perspective if they choose this career and move up and take on more and more responsibility? What's out there? What do you see? You've seen it from the beginning.
It's evolved quite a lot. What I would say is that it's going to be people who can combine an understanding of the technology issues with an appreciation for organizational issues, the need to work within an organization and among organizations, between organizations, and with an understanding of how the law actually works, not just how it's written down, but how you have to work with it. If you can combine those, you can help your clients. You can help, whether you're in-house as an IT professional, CISO, as an attorney, as a risk manager. If you can combine those, you can help your clients come up with solutions, that actually work. I see problems where people aren't able to do that. And for example, you might do something like vest somebody who is a very competent network administrator with being your chief information security officer in a large organization. Unless that person can get very quickly up to speed on organizational politics and how to both explain the technology and security issues to the bean counters, you have to explain yourself to your CFO or you don't get a budget. And to possibly legal counsel who doesn't quite get it either, you need to be able to say, well, there are penalties out here or there are major risks in this area. Once you can start articulating that, then you can get support for your initiatives. Likewise, if you're a lawyer and you can't talk to the technology people effectively, you can't explain to them that, okay, you've identified a vulnerability, but the cost of solving it would be very high, and the actual legal risk associated with it isn't all that high. So you're right on a technology level. A good engineer would solve that problem, and that would be ideal engineering, but you're not in an ideal engineering environment. You're in an organizational environment, and sometimes the organization gets to accept risks.
So you have to speak multiple languages.
Absolutely.